Hi, good morning everybody, and welcome to Homegrown Handmade. We're really excited this morning. We're actually going to make some pancakes. We found at the farmer's market last weekend. We were there and we saw these, they're called Superfood Pancake and Waffle Mix right here. The company is called Super Batter. They're local here in Southern California. And we were just really impressed with the owner of the company. We actually didn't get to try or sample them at the farmer's market because it's COVID right now, so they're not doing samples. But there were all these fun colors, and they're all paleo, gluten-free, non-GMO, low carb, no added sugar, and this is naturally beautiful. And they look really cool. This one right here is the pitaya. I think that's how you say that. You can see that they're like kind of are supposed to be this bright pink when they're done. And it's literally, you just add, like for one person, for one waffle, it says 3/4 of a cup of the mix, a 1/4 cup of warm water, and a teaspoon of oil. That's all you put in there. And then like it has egg powder in it and almond flour and a few different things. But I mean, it's literally like all healthy. Some of them are organic. The only thing that's not organic is the almond flour, it looks like. But this is the pitaya. They're supposed to be like bright pink when they're done. And the other one we were gonna make today are the blue matcha. Again, they have the same, kind of little ticks. They're paleo, gluten-free, full of antioxidants, low carb, no sugar, naturally beautiful. These ones you can kind of see in the color of the batter here, but they're gonna turn out to be this bright blue when they're done. And then the third one, we're not gonna actually make this one today. This one is their like original flavor. And so it's just like a normal looking pancake. But they're all same thing again, paleo, gluten-free. This one here says it supports memory. It does have, it looks like some mushroom powder, mushroom ashwagandha powder. So I'm assuming that's maybe where it goes for the memory, but that's kind of cool too. So I'm curious to see if there's gonna be like any difference that we notice like when we eat these or something. So anyways, let's get started in making them. All right, so the first one we're gonna make is the blue matcha. I did notice just a moment ago as I was getting all my tools together that I was actually reading you all the ingredients or the recipe, if you will, for the waffles. That's with the 3/4 of a cup. For pancakes, you use 1 cup of the super batter mix and 1/3 of a cup of warm water. So I have my warm water here in my electric kettle, and I'm gonna do my cup of my batter. I did find these packages are a little bit narrow, so it's hard to get the 1 cup measuring cup in there, or at least the one that I have. It smells really nice. It almost smells like blueberries, which is kind of weird. Maybe that's just like my brain because it's blue, assuming it should smell like blueberries. But it smells kind of nice. I'm excited. Okay, this is my 1/3 of a cup measuring cup, my warm water. And then we're just gonna mix it up. You can see in here, so the light, it says, the one thing it does say on the package is to not over mix. I'm assuming that it's just because it's like, there's the baking soda in there, it's probably just being activated, which is gonna make your pancakes fluffier, but you don't wanna over mix them and knock all the air out of them. So just mixing it lightly so it's all incorporated. And then the next thing it says to do is just sit for 2 minutes. So we're gonna let it sit. I do have my skillet over there. I put like about a tablespoon of butter on it, and it's on like a medium-low heat right now. The one thing about making pancakes, if you find that you're burning them, I used to do this all the time. I was very impatient. I still am very impatient. But when I would cook my pancakes, I would use more of like a medium-high or a high heat, which is great because they cook really fast. But once you get through like the first 2 or 3 pancakes, the pan's so hot, it's gonna burn all of the ones afterwards. So be patient. Let it take its time, or else you're gonna end up with burnt pancakes. So that's heating up right now. This is setting because it's gonna have to sit for 2 minutes. And I'm gonna mix up the pink now, the pitaya. And one thing that the owner, and I can't remember her name, but I'll link all of her stuff below, like her Instagram and all of that. The one thing she said that sounded kind of fun too is you can mix them and make purple. Obviously pink and blue would make purple, but that just sounded kind of fun to me too. Here. Does anybody else have like small things? I have tons. I think because I'm just like a small, like a short person, I like smaller things. I prefer smaller forks. I don't know if that's why, that's just what I always assume. It's like, it's my size. But you can see this kind of, when you add the water, it turned into this bright pink. Again, these need to sit for 2 minutes. My blue look like they're almost done now and ready. Oh, look at how fluffy they are in there. Do you see that? It kind of moved the whisk here. It looks super fluffy. I'm kind of excited here. All right, so I have my pan warm. Move my handle out of the way. I'm just using the same measuring cup that I use to pour my water. I like to use a measuring cup when I do my pancakes because I find that they are more even in size that way. It's a really thick batter for these pancakes. See if I can fit 2 in the pan. I have a tendency to overcrowd my pan too. I'm sure I'm gonna hear from somebody that I overcrowded it, but again, I've already mentioned that I'm impatient, so. They do look kind of yummy. Actually, if you look a little bit closer, you can see like there's actual pieces of the fruit in there. So I'm really excited to try these. They look super yummy. I hope they taste as good as they look. And you know what? We did decide at the last minute, we do want to try the other ones. So while these ones are cooking, I'm going to quickly whip those together because they are taking a couple of minutes each side, it seems. It's about, the packaging does actually say to cook them for covered for 1 minute each side, but I was noticing that they were rising. I didn't really want to steam them. Maybe I'm not doing it right, but I do a fair amount of baking, and I was thinking the lid would steam them, and I don't want them to be steamed. I do want them to bake, and they are rising really nicely without being covered. And you know, they're just taking like a minute or two each side. I'm kind of watching them, and then we'll flip them.
To all.
Okay, Code, what did you think? Have you tried them yet?
I haven't tried them yet, but I'm glad to try it.
You got a healthy dose of butter on it, lots of syrup.
Good.
Good? Cool, man. That's a hard kid to impress. So if you got 2 thumbs up from Cody, that means that it's pretty darn good. So the pitaya so far has been my favorite. It's very sweet, and you know, it's obviously they are paleo, right? So they're grain-free. They're not going to be like your typical store-bought like pancake mix flavors. They're made with almond flour and different types of flour that are grain-free. So they're going to taste different. The pitaya is super yummy. Actually, I'm going to try the blue matcha. I haven't tried that one yet. Again, pretty good. It's a little bit like more earthy, I guess, if that's, I don't know, that's a culinary word, maybe. I don't know. They're not as sweet as the pitaya, but they're made with matcha powder, not fruit, so that would make sense. And then these are the originals. Let's see what they taste like, and we'll let you know if we have like just crazy memory boost today after these pancakes because that's what they're supposed to do.
I think they're working because my brain kind of hurts right now.
These ones taste like the most like a normal pancake, I would say. Like, these ones here, they're pretty good. Overall, I would say, I would agree with Code. What did you say, 2 thumbs up?
Mm-hmm.
2 thumbs up, that's what we're saying. All right, thanks for watching everybody, and we will see you next time. Bye.